What's going on, It's Yumyum here, and we are back with another Last Week with Yumyum, and man, there's a, there's a lot of stuff to go over, I had a lot of stuff to write about. I spent about, I'd say, an hour and a half trying to find some more known things, and then some things that aren't so well known, so, I don't know, maybe I should learn something from this. Number 1, Flynn is replaced by Lieutenant General H.R. McMaster, which is a good choice in my opinion. He's respected by both sides, and he's actually criticized the Vietnam and Iraq wars, which, I mean, you do need someone in the National Security Advisor who he's not just a yes man, right? He actually knows what he's talking about. He knows what's a good conflict and what's a bad conflict. So I'm glad that he is the job. Speaking of his job, he has 2 jobs actually. He has the job of being the National Security Advisor, which Flynn was, which he got kicked out of because he lied to Pence. But McMaster's wasn't the first option. The first option was retired Navy Vice Admiral Robert Howard. Howard turned down the offer because, in his words, the White House appeared to be too chaotic, and he called the offer a shit sandwich, which I don't know. I don't know why I called it a shit sandwich, but that's what he thought about it. So then Trump's second option was McMaster, H.R. McMaster, which again is a good choice. So, number 2, Alan Colmes dies, and I bet you 99.35% of you guys are saying, who the hell is Alan Colmes? Well, if you ever watched Fox News, he was the guy who he looked a bit. He was disabled, but didn't really look disabled. He looked older. He had wrinkles. But basically, he was the quote-unquote liberal for Fox News. Like, they're like, oh, here's his opinion. He's a liberal. Like, what does he think, right? Which I didn't see too much of, but I know people who do watch Fox News, they liked him. Just because he was a different voice, other than the same, like, you know who I'm talking, those same people. He died at 66 from a brief illness, his family said, which I don't know what that means, brief illness. I'll have the link in the descriptions for all these, also if you want to look at them, but especially this one, take some actual information on how he died. Because in the article, it just said that he had a brief illness, which I don't know what that means. Good man. I think he was pretty chill. Everyone on Twitter, on the Fox News side was talking about him. He is a good man. Blah blah blah. Again, link be down in the description. You can see that if you want to. And I also have some I'll call it minor news because it's really not minor, but there wasn't enough really to talk about it on a full dot-by-dot basis. So here's one. We got new plan for executive order for the travel ban. Trump has a few actually executive orders in line to reinstate the travel ban, hopefully in a better manner than the first one, because, well, we all know how that went down. Like, everyone had their green cards and they couldn't get in, and there's a lot of problems. And the court's like, nah, fam, you can't do that no more. So he's making new executive orders. This one, this is the next one. Ted Cruz predicts new Supreme Court seat will open this summer. Which, I don't know what possessed him to say that. I mean, I wouldn't not doubt it. He is what the hell is it called? The Zodiac Killer, right? He can just do whatever he wants. And then number 3 for this one, for the minor news, Milo, good old Milo. I love Milo. Milo's my favorite. Probably my favorite right-wing, like alt-right-wing speaker, because alt-right's a bit too right, you know what I'm saying? But I just love what Milo says. But anyway, he is now considered a child rapist because he was defending gay. I forget, the link is in the description, but he was defending some gay dude, and he like, I don't know, he's a child rapist. I don't know what else to say, but he was defending him, and then people spin all over him. I don't know too much into this one because it is minor news, but it is in the description. Link's in there. You can check it out because it actually is pretty interesting. Okay, last thing for this week that I could find. Federal protection repealed transgender bathroom protection. Which, there wasn't even any federal protection in the first place. Like, okay, so fake news, CNN, NBC, all of them, literally said last year in March, you'll find an article that I'm gonna put down there. They said that Barack Obama was guiding like schools into like, hey, these kids can go to the bathroom they want, and we're talking about like middle schoolers, high schoolers. They first of all, they go through phases. I went through tons of phases in middle school. Holy shit, I can't even count how many phases I went through there. But like, do you know how many peeping toms want to go into the girls' bathroom? If you ever been into the boys' bathroom, and there's just those weird ass freshmen, and there's like, oh, I want to see so and so naked. I don't know if it's just at my school. I really hope it is, because it's really worrying. But like, they were talking about the transgender thing. They're like, oh, I wish I could be say I was a woman and go into the woman's bathroom. Like, I don't want these weird ass freshmen going into the women's bathroom, because you already know what happens, and it just gets worse whenever you talk about like and the Targets, because how Target was like really pro transgender bathrooms, which I don't care. You can have a if you really care about that much, make a third bathroom that says gender neutral bathroom. I could care less, but I don't want grown men going into like the girls' bathroom where me and my mother, yes, my mother and like my sister, who's only 5, go in there, and he's just staring at my sister going to the bathroom. That'd be a bit creepy. I don't like that. My mother doesn't like that. There's like here, it's in the article. Thousands of women petition to keep trans out because hundreds of thousands, maybe even, I think there's hundreds of thousands, maybe even a million, but I'm just gonna say hundred thousands, because they don't want 50-year-old men going in the bathroom, their bathroom. Again, if you care about gender neutral bathrooms, transgender, all that stuff, just make a separate bathroom, make a third bathroom. It's like, hey, if you're a man or a woman or whatever you are, you can go in there or go anywhere. Just don't. Ugh, man, it just makes me a bit angry. Here's some more points on it. Let's get past that. Real trans, the ones that you actually like can't really tell. Real trans have no problem. They have been doing it for years without people knowing or caring. Like, cause like again, I could go in, I could be wearing what I'm wearing now, shorts and a school t-shirt, and she's like, hey, I'm a woman, I'll go in there and I'll freak all the ladies out. But a real trans actually dresses up and goes in there. No one would even notice. No one cares, because they're not just going in there to look at women. No, they might be just going in to look at women, but it's less likely. They've been doing it for years. So you don't even notice, right? And then the last point I have to say on that, Trump is giving it up to the states. So even if you disagree with all this, you might live in California or, I don't know, New Hampshire, or, New York, and your state legislature, holy shit, that was butchered that, they can say, hey, we don't want these people to be denied rights, and they can let them keep going to the women's bathroom. So if you agree with that and you're one of those states, good for you. You did it. Yay. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like these. If you did, please slap that like button, you know what I'm saying? And if you didn't like it, leave a dislike. All the feedback helps. If you want me to do any more stories, please leave them in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.